guys, so I'm here today. I wanted to share with you my best tips for how to stop spending money and save. I know a lot of times it's hard, especially as like a college student and just life in general, it's hard to save. So I really wanted to make a video for you guys to help you if you needed help and give you some tips. So these are really 10 quick hacks you can do right away for your life to make it a little more better so you don't have to be worrying about money as much. And I realized too, like, life gets in the way, it's hard to save money, and sometimes it's hard to stop spending money, but here's just some really great tips that I've personally used to help me save more money and to not spend it recklessly, especially as a college student like I am right now. I see a lot of my friends and other people just spending so crazily, and it's like, okay, you guys probably didn't need that, so like at least spend it thoughtfully. So my first tip is realize what you already have. Thinking about me, I already have so much stuff that I honestly, like, if I didn't buy anything for like 10 months, maybe even a year, I would be fine. I honestly have enough clothes that I could just swap through. I have enough skincare, makeup, just everything. Obviously, like toiletry, soap, stuff like that, I might need more at some point, but those are pretty cheap. But like with all my clothes, like I could go on a like summer clothing spree and buy some new clothes, but the thing is, half my clothes I don't even wear or forget about, so might as well bring those out again. My next one is budgeting. Obviously, you guys probably heard of this before, but budgeting is really beneficial to you. You just really have to stick to it and not make a budget and then be like, oh, this is fine, like I can just spend this. Because if you don't have enough money coming in, then you will not be having enough money when you're spending it, and you will be eventually going into debt or just literally have no money. Just know how much you spend a week, know your bills so you know how much you can actually spend, and do not go over that. And if you save some one week, then you can splurge a little bit the next week that you saved money from the last week. So it really is like a easy mathematical equation to do that you can easily input into your life anytime and stick to it. That's my biggest thing, because a lot of people make budgets and they just don't stick to it, and then obviously that will not help you. This is a big one, and I know some of you guys don't want to hear this, but the next tip is realize that you probably don't need it. You probably don't need another shirt that you already have similar to. You probably don't need that extra meal at a restaurant. You probably don't need that extra lipstick, that extra just anything, because at least like just use what you have and realize that you probably don't need it. I don't technically need new shirts. It'd be nice to have new shirts, but I could literally go throughout a long time and not buy any clothes and still have a good amount of outfits to choose from and wear. So that's what a lot of people I feel like don't realize, is like a lot of times you don't need it. Even if it's $10 and it's on sale, you do not need it. Most likely. Obviously, if it's food and stuff, that is a different story, but definitely just know what you would actually need and what is just a want, and try to cut that out. Maybe like once a month you can buy yourself something, or once every other week. But definitely, like, a lot of people I feel like just think, oh, I need this because blah blah blah, and a lot of times you really don't need it. And then my next tip is give yourself times that you'll be able to spend money. Maybe it's a small amount of money, but give yourself like little rewards for saving money. You don't need to be going out to coffee every day. Maybe once a week, once a month. Maybe on days you have to wake up excessively early and you just really need that coffee. And if you completed like a hard task that was hard, like finished a really hard test, then treat yourself with something from there. You don't need to be treating yourself every day. I know we can make excuse after excuse of how we should treat ourselves, but that will not benefit us in the long run. So definitely think about what you're spending and think about what you can give yourself as a reward ahead of time, instead of just thinking on the spot and potentially having a reward every day. This next tip I feel like we hear all the time is put 30% or even more of your paycheck in a savings account, no matter what. Even if you're not saving for anything, just put 30%, because right when you get that paycheck that you get every 2 weeks or whenever you get your paychecks, put 30% right away, because once it's not in your account, you won't be tempted to see that amount and be like, oh, let me just spend it really quick, and it's better just to do it right away so it's out of sight, out of mind. And if you do need a different type of savings way, I know some people like to put in like a safe and stuff, so it's really out of their bank account and they literally cannot spend that unless they literally go inside their safe. So definitely whatever works for you, just know to take out 30% or more in your paychecks every time, no matter what. And if some weeks you can't get a nice meal, then that's that. And then this one is specifically for makeup products, and all my beauty gurus out there, just realize what you have and realize that it actually will probably take way longer than you think to get through this product. Like I talked about in my no buy for the year, I feel like just a lot of the beauty communities just spends too much or just has so much that they actually cannot ever get through, and they probably will have this stuff until they die. And honestly, it's just like your opinion on it, but my opinion is like I would want to get through all my stuff before I even buy a new makeup product. If I have to replenish something that I already love, then that's something. But just to keep buying new makeup all the time is not healthy. And I feel like it's just, you could spend that money elsewhere or save it for something bigger, like going on a trip, stuff like that. So just realize what you have. Like a bronzer that's 40 bucks, 30 bucks will last you for a long time. Like I'm still getting through my bronzer that I got like 2 years ago maybe, and I know expiration dates and stuff, but I don't follow those. I really don't know that many people who do follow those because I cannot get through my makeup that quickly. But anyways, yes, makeup lasts so long. Even skincare, a big bottle of just cleanser will last you like 3+ months. So definitely know what you have and realize like how long it will actually take you to get through that product, and then you can be like, okay, maybe I don't need this new eyeshadow palette because I already have 10 other ones in my drawer that I probably will never even get through. My next one is plan more effectively. This helps because then you aren't just randomly spending money and then it randomly adds up in your bank account and you're like, oh crap, I literally have $10 and bills are coming due. Plan for your meals weekly or even 2 weeks in advance so you know what you will be spending throughout each week and how much money you will be putting aside for food. And definitely put like when you would are wanting to eat out, or say you're going to eat out once this week and no more time. So definitely have a plan, because I know sometimes when I'm with friends or stuff and they're like, oh, we should go out, and I was like, oh crap. So I do, but then I really lay back and don't spend anything until I get paid again and stuff like that. And I really try hard to never take out of my savings account into my checking. Even if I may have put too much in my savings and don't have that much for the week, then I try to make do what I can do, or I do take out a little bit for bills and stuff. But if I'm staying at $10 before a paycheck, then I just stay at that $10. Make a list when you go to the grocery store so you don't over buy random foods that you may not even need, or just excessive buying if you do not have the funds to just buy whatever you want at the grocery store. And definitely go when you are not hungry. Go right after you ate your meal, because we all know, we've all been there, been starving at the grocery store and we're like, oh my gosh, this sounds good. Let's buy this, and everything on the shelves. So it really does help if you go after you eat, and if you really make a list, you could, what's nice is you can put it all in your cart so you can see how much it is, and you could just do like an order pickup from Walmart, Target, those places, Hy-Vee, and then you can actually know exactly how much you're spending and you do not go over, or just make a list so you know what you are buying and what is actually needed instead of buying excessive amounts of food. My next one is try to pick up more shifts at work if you can. Try to work a little longer if you can, or just try to do some side hustles when you're off work and you have more time. I have a whole video of all the side hustles I've done before, made a lot of money off of, so definitely check that link down below. And it's just obviously if you need more money and if you work more, then you will get more money. So that can just be some extra things you do to help even save more, or just have more money to spend for bills and necessities that you need throughout your week. My next one is know where you could cut off. Maybe you could get a better deal on Wi-Fi. Cut off the cable bill, cut off your phone bill, not your like cell phone, but maybe go down to a lower plan. Get a coffee pot instead of using Keurig cups, and just stuff like that. There's a lot of examples that you could maybe do. So really like write out all the bills that you pay and just think about what you could get rid of. Maybe you have Netflix and Hulu. Maybe you only need one. And yeah, that's $5, $10 a month, but that will save you in the long run, and that might be the extra meal that you could go out with your friends and stuff to eat. So definitely really just be conscious and really write down what you are spending each month and what you could potentially get rid of to decrease your monthly costs. And then my last one is set goals for your savings. Even if it's like a small goal that I want to save up for this new video game that came out, make sure that you set that, and then you cannot take out of any other account. Once you put all the money in there and you do have enough, then you can spend it. You can't be like, oh, well, I really want it now, so I'll just take this out of my savings and then replenish that later, because we all know sometimes you forget to put that money back into your savings and then you're like, oh, well, my savings is going down now. So that is really beneficial to have some goals and then work your way up to that instead of frantically and randomly spending your money on a whim. Have reasonable goals for yourself as well. You can't be like, in 1 month I'm gonna save $10,000. Like, that is very unreasonable and not normal. So definitely, like, have a good time reference of when you want to reach these goals for your savings and stuff, so you do have time. You don't feel discouraged that you didn't make your goal that quickly, because that's not even reasonable. And yeah, so just save and make reasonable goals. And even if you can't put 30%, at least put like something in there every single paycheck. So at least it is growing, and do not take out of it for whatever reason unless it is an emergency. But that is why we have the savings, so we don't have to go into debt. So those are my biggest tips that I have for you guys to easily, quickly save money and stop spending, from a college student herself, knowing that sometimes your money does not last as long as you would like it, and we do have more life after college and later on that we will need money. So it's really important to try to save your money as soon as possible so that savings account can grow, and just cutting off some bad money habits you have early on is very beneficial to you and to people around you. So I hope you guys liked watching this. Please comment down below any other videos you guys want me to film and any questions you guys have. And if you guys have any more tips to save your money and how to stop spending, I would love to know. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys.